So now in this session, we will discuss a little bit deeply regarding this natural language processing. So initially to work on this natural language processing, initially we need to import NLTK model. So if you are not downloaded this thing, you need to download all the files or all the packages corresponding to NLTK model by using nltk.download command. So whenever you execute that command, when GUI will be opened, you need to open the GUI. So that will be opened at the download icon. So you need to download all the packages corresponding to this NLTK. So here for this project, here I'm taking UCI datasets. So here it is I'm taking UCI datasets. So if you click on this thing, it will take you to real folder of this UCI dataset. So there from that UCI dataset, we collected 5,000 messages. So here we collected 5,000 offline messages. By taking that offline messages, here on that offline messages, we need to perform different analysis, like whether that is a spam message or normal message. Whether that is a spam message or normal message, we need to perform this classification action. For that purpose, here I'm taking UCA dataset. In this UCA dataset, around we have 5,574 messages. So here, if you are interested to read regarding this entire dataset, here I kept a readme file. So I will forward you this readme file to you after finishing this session. You can read that thing from that. Sorry, this from this readme file. So after this, here I want to read all the messages present in this folder. I want to read all the files present in this specific folder. So for that purpose, what I am doing. So here I'm creating one list by using comprehension line.rstrip. So here I want to perform write strip operation, and I want to iterate through each and every line. I want to iterate through each and every line, and I want to keep each and every separate line as a one message. So here I want to create a list by using comprehension with all the messages. After creating list with all the messages, I want to know the length of messages. That is nothing but how many messages present in this specific list. So if you observe this thing, it will return 5,574. That means in this UCI data set, we have 5,574 messages. After that, for each and every message, I want to give indexes. So here, for each and every message, I want to give indexes till 10th message only. Till 10th message only, I want to give numbers. So for that purpose, here I am taking help of enumerate function. While explaining the basics of list itself, I explained you this enumerate function. Syntax of this enumerate function will be for index comma value in enumerate of list name. So here I'm doing same thing. Here I'm saying for message number, that is nothing but index comma message. This is nothing but value in enumerate of. So here in enumerate of messages colon 10. That means I want to give this numbering till 10th message only. I want to give this numbering till 10th message only. After that, I want to print message number as well as message. I want to print message number as well as message also. After printing message number as well as message, I want to keep new line. That is nothing but I want to leave one empty line. For that purpose, here I'm keeping print /n. So if you execute this portion, here we are reading the top 10 messages present on that specific file, specific TSV file. So here 0th message is normal message. Ham is nothing but normal message. Spam is nothing but spam message. So here we have message like go until Jurong point, crazy available only in buggies, something something. So here some messages are present. So here we have labels like these are the labels, and we kept this numbers now. We kept this indexes now. So after this thing, here we need to read this CSV file. We need to read this TSV file. TSV stands for tab separated value. So here to read this CSV file initially, we need to import pandas module. So here after importing pandas, what we need to do to read the CSV file, we need to specify delimiter or separator as /t. Whenever /t occurs, we need to separate that thing as a simple one column. So here we need to read this specific CSV file. Here we are keeping separator or delimiter as /t. After that, I want to keep names of labels. That is nothing but column names. So here, first one is we have labels, and second one is we have messages. Here we are keeping labels as label comma message. And I want to, so here messages contains a data frame. Now this messages contains a data frame of these all messages. From this data frame, I want to read top 5 rows. For that purpose, here I am applying head function on it. Whenever we apply head function on it, what happens? It will return the data frame top 5 columns. So here we have top 5 column labels, and these are the messages corresponding to top 5 column. So here till now we don't have clear knowledge of this, whether why it is giving ham or why it is giving spam. To understand this data clearly, to get awareness of complete data, we need to perform exploratory data visualization. To understand this data briefly, we need to perform exploratory data visualization, that is exploratory data analysis. So here I want to describe this data. So whenever you apply this describe on it, it will return number of messages and unique labels. So here we have 2 unique labels. Out of all the messages, so here 5169 are the unique messages, and remaining messages are common messages. So here top messages have message. Out of all, top messages are top frequency, most of the time occurred one is ham message, that is nothing but normal message. Out of this, here it is occurs more number of time. Sorry, I will call later, occur more number of time. So here this is about describe function. After this, I want to group by. So here I'm using group by function. I want to keep separate ham messages. I want to know about separate ham messages as well as spam messages. So for that purpose, I am grouping by using label column. That means I want to separate by using this column name. So here, how many categories are there? That many categories it will divide. So here I'm applying group by function on label column, and I'm describing this thing. So here, whenever you apply group by on label, so here we have 2 categories, that is spam or ham. So here these 2 categories will be separated separately, and we are describing these 2 labels. So here out of all the messages, we have 4825 spam messages and 747 normal messages. Out of all these ham messages, 4516 are unique messages. In this spam messages, we have 653 unique messages. So most commonly occurred spam messages, please call our customer services representative so and dash. So this kind of messages occurs most of the times in the spam. So it occurs 4 times. Whereas coming to this ham messages or normal messages, sorry, I will call later, this occurs 30 times. So here after this, here we need to load the message length. So here in the data frame, I want to add new column. In this messages data frame, I want to add new column, that is with the name length. And here how to create this column. So here to create this column, I want to know the length of each and every message from the data frame. To know the length of each and every message, for that purpose we need to take help of this message column. For that purpose, in this data frame, I want to take help of this message. On this message, I want to apply length function. So here I want to apply length function. That means we are calculating length of each and every message, and with that length we are creating new column. So here it is our created new column. So if you observe here, if you observe the top 5 rows, here it is the length of top 5 messages. So here first 5 messages length will be this thing. So here after this, I want to perform visualization. So here till now we added one column. After adding one column, here I want to perform exploratory data visualization by using graphics. So for that purpose, here I'm taking help of Seaborn as well as Matplotlib module. So here, initially, I want to plot a histogram plot. So here, I want to plot an histogram plot with all the message lengths. So here, I'm taking all the message length. With that message length, I am plotting histogram plot. So if you observe this thing, most of the messages, so here, present with the length. So here, lot of the messages having lot of length and some messages having this much length. So here, we are plotting the frequency of message length. So here, it is not giving that much information. So here I want to describe this length column. So from this messages data frame, I want to describe length column. Whenever you apply describe function on it, it will return number of messages and average message length, standard deviation of all the messages, minimum message length, and it is the maximum message length. So here in this all the messages we have maximum message length is 910 characters. In one message, maximum length of the message is 910 characters. So I want to read the message which is having maximum length. I want to read that specific message. So for that purpose, here from the data frame, from the message column, so messages, I want to read the column which is having 910 characters. So here index location of 0 means I want to read that entire row. So here, if you observe this message, so here if you observe the message which is having 910 character, it is a message. So it is like a love letter. So here it is a one normal text message. So here we are observing one text message now. After observing this text message, what I am doing, I want to plot a graph. So here with this, I want to plot a histogram plot with different labels. So here I want to plot again histogram plot only. And to plotting this histogram plot, I am considering length attribute. So based on the message length, I want to draw this plot. After that, I want to separate by this thing by using label. So here based on message length, I want to categorize the different labels. So here in the label column, we have spam as well as ham. So based on this categories, I want to separately plot the graphs. For the purpose, separator I kept as a label. And we are performing this operation based on the length column. So here we are considering 50 bins. That means 50 histograms we are using to represent this graph. Figure size is nothing but dimension of each and every box. So here, if you observe this graph, what happens here? So here it is a histogram. That means if you observe the ham messages, most of the messages are having maximum length. So here, if you observe the ham messages, most of the messages having average length. So the length of the message will be lies in the range of 0 to 200 only. So here it is having very less length. Basically, ham message is having very less length. Coming to this ham messages, these are lies between, so in the range of 150 characters. So here, that means spam messages contains maximum length. So here, with this we can understand this feature. Most of the spam messages having lengthy messages, whereas normal messages having less information or small messages. So that is the thing we got by using exploratory data visualization. After that, we need to perform same steps which we did previously. Previously, by using regular expressions, we removed the special characters. So whereas coming to this thing, here I am doing same thing by using string module. Here I want to remove all the punctuations by using string module. So here I'm not performing this thing on the R data set. So here I want to perform initially this thing on simple message. So here I'm taking one message like sample message. Notice it has punctuation. So here we have explanation mark here. So here I want to create a list comprehension. So here on this I want to perform list comprehension. And while performing list comprehension, what I am specifying here, char for char in message. In this message, I want to read each and every character. So here I want to iterate through each and every character. If char not in string dot punctuation. In the string module, we have punctuations. In the punctuation, we have a lot of punctuation symbol. If it is not there in punctuation, it will check each and every character present in this message. If it is not in punctuation, with that characters, we are creating one list. With that characters only, we are creating one list. Now, I want to do same thing. So here, I want to remove same thing. and I want to observe the punctuation list. So here, no punct. So if you observe this thing here, we got all the characters. So here it will iterate through all the characters. So it will check punctuation per each and every character. If it is not a punctuation, it will proceed further. If it is a punctuation, it will remove that specific character. So here we got all this character. Now I want to join all these characters. I want to join all these character with the specific words. I want to create a list. With the specific words, I want to create a list. For that purpose, here I am using join method. So here in this join method, I am specifying no punctuation. So here I'm joining each and every character present in this thing. So here till now we have list. So now I want to observe the output. So here if you observe this thing, again we got entire message. Sample message noted it has punctuation. Here we remove this kind of punctuations. Here we have colon, here we have this explanation mark. We remove such kind of things by using punctuation from the string. After that, what we need to do? We need to remove the stop words present in this message. To remove the stop words, same thing which we did previously only, I am doing same thing. From the NLTK corpus, I am importing stop words. So here I want to see the top 10 stop words present in English language. So here it is like a big dictionary. NLTK contains lot of languages. It will contain Spanish, it will contain French language, it contains German language also. Whereas we need to take the stop words from the English language only. So initially I want to see the top 10 stop words which are present in English. So if you execute this portion, it will return all the top 10 stop words present in English. So here, these are the top 10 stop words present in this English. Now, here we have message in the form of string. We need to convert that message in the form of list. For that purpose, here we are using split function. So whenever you apply split function on it, it will split each and every word separately. It will split each and every word separately. So after splitting these words, what we need to do? So here, after splitting each and every word, we need, again I am performing list comprehension. So I want to get cleaned message. So for that purpose, here I am creating clean message variable. On that I want to store this list. So here I am saying word for word in no punctuation dot split. So here initially we need to split this entire string. I am performing these two steps in this single comprehension. So here initially that means no punctuation split is nothing but here we have this list only. We need to iterate through each and every word from this list. So here till now we are iterating through this list. After that, we need to perform filter operation. Initially, what we need to do? We need to convert this entire messages in the form of lowercase letters. Why? Because if you observe this stop word, here every word starts with the small case letters only. So every stop word contains all the small case letters only. Whereas if you have capital letters here, in the previous message, if you have capital letter, it won't remove perfectly. To remove all the stop words here, initially we are converting all the words in the form of lowercase letters. After converting in the lowercase letters, here I am applying all the stop words on it. So here if it is in stop words, if it is not in stop words, then only we need to accept that word. If it is in stop word, we need to avoid that word. We need not to consider that word in the list. So after that, I want to print the cleaned message. So here we are performing cleaning step. After cleaning that thing, we need to print cleaned message. So if you observe cleaned message, here in this, it will be removed. It has, these are removed from this list. So here till now we got cleaned message. So here it is about performing this single string. Whereas we need to perform all the steps on our entire data frame. We need to perform all these entire steps on our entire data frame. So for that purpose, here I'm creating one function. So for that purpose, here I'm creating one function with the text process of message. So here we are performing all these three steps. So here I'm specifying all these three steps in documentation string. So here I want to remove all the punctuation, I want to remove all the stop words, and I want to clean all the text. So here with this, I'm creating one function. After creating this function, what we need to see? So initially we need to observe top 5 messages. So here I'm observing top 5 messages. So here, these are the top 5 messages. So here, these are the labels for those messages, and these are the messages, and these are the length of the messages. So here we have this thing. So after this thing, what we need to do? So here, text processing. We need to process the text information. So here tokenization. So here he explained about tokenization. Tokenization is nothing but we need to filter the text information. That is nothing but we need to filter string information with the clean text. We are obtaining the different list, right? That is nothing but tokenization. Filtering and forming a list by using strings, that is called as tokenization. So here I am performing this entire tokenization process. After performing tokenization process, we got messages like this. After performing tokenization process, we got messages like this. After that, I want to observe the messages. So here, yeah. So if you observe here, what I am doing is messages dot message. On the message column, I am performing this operation. In the message column also, I am performing on the top 5 rows only. On this, in this specific column from the data frame, I want to apply text process function. Text process function is nothing but I want to clean this entire string. I want to clean that entire string. That means I am applying this function. I am applying this function on data frame. Initially, I am observing this thing on top 5 rows only. So here, after observing this thing on top 5 rows, again I am observing the data frame details. So here till now, we cleaned the entire text. After that, we need to perform vectorization. So here we have stemming and different kinds of things. So whereas coming to this project, we are not discussing about this kind of short messages. So here messages might contain short messages also, like so here no dog. So here someone write messages like this also. So here by using natural language processing, by using advanced packages from natural language processing, we can process this kind of information also. Whereas in this project, we are not processing this kind of shortcut text. We are not processing shortcut text. We are processing long text information only. So here vectorization. So vectorization is nothing but it is a process which is used to convert all the words in the form of vectors. So here, so it will take all the unique words present in all the messages. Based on all those unique words, it will give different numbers to the unique word. It will give different word to the unique message. With that, it will create a matrix. With the different words, it will create a matrix. So here, if you want to understand briefly about that thing, I kept text here. You need to read this text after completion of this class. So here, to convert all these features, all this text, all these words, all these root words in the form of vectors, here we are taking help of count vectorizer. So here we are taking help of count vectorizer. Whenever you apply the count vectorizer, it will convert each and every message in the form of matrix. So here it will assign different numbers to the unique message. So based on that numbers, it will create a matrix. So here from the sklearn feature extraction, we are taking count vectorizer. So after applying this thing, I want to check unique words present in all the messages. So after applying count vectorizer, I want to fit all messages to this count vectorizer. So after fitting all the messages to the count vectorizer, so here I want to transform that entire data. Bro transformer is nothing but in the Bo transformer, we have all the messages information. So we already fitted all the messages information to this count vectorizer. After that, Bo transformer dot vocabulary. Based on the English vocabulary, it will form 11,444 vectors. So here we have these many unique words. In all the messages, we have these many unique words. So here, by using this thing, we created different vectors. So after that, so here I want to apply bag of words method. So here, bag of words method is which is used to know uh, so from data frame for the message 4, I want to know the bag of words. Bag of words is nothing but I want to know the vectors which are assigned to these specific characters. So for that purpose, I want to read message 4. So here message 4 index will be 3. So here indexes always starts with 0. This index belongs to the this for this specific message index will be 3. So here if you want to read the message 4, we need to specify index 3 here. After that, I want to read that message initially. So here it is the message present on that specific thing. After that, here bo4 equals to. So here on this specific message, bo4 equals to nothing but, so here bo4, where we have bo4, I kept somewhere it is. Yeah. So here, yeah, I'm creating one variable and I want to transform this message, and I want to observe the shape of this message. So here, if you observe this thing, so here how many unique words we have? We have 1100 different vectors. So here we have 1100 different vectors created by count vectorizer object. So here I want to know the I want to know the vector number of unique word number of specific word present in it. So here if you observe this thing, here if you know the unique u belongs to the number 4073 and it occurs two times in it. So here if you observe u word in this, here it occurs two times. Whereas coming to this done, it will occur only one time. The number of that thing is 4638. So here if you want to know the unique vectors or unique numbers assigned to each and every word, we need to perform this thing. Before that shape is nothing but how many dimensions it has. So it has only one dimension, whereas coming to this entire message, it have two dimensions. That is, so here one is nothing but entire message, 11444 is nothing but all the messages length. So here, if you want to know the each and every words vector number, you can perform this step. So whereas it is not necessary step, if you want to understand briefly, then only you need to know, you have to do this thing. So after that, if you want to know the string or word which is present with the specific vector name, for that purpose, here I'm using bow transformer dot get feature names. So here get feature names is an attribute or function which is used to get the feature name corresponding to the specific vector. So here these are the feature name corresponding to this vector. So here in this example, in schedule or the names. So before this thing, I want to convert. So here I'm transforming this thing. So after transforming this thing, what we need to do? So here, yeah, shape of sparse matrix. So we need to know the dimensionality of created sparse matrix by using count vectorizer. So if you check the dimensionality of that matrix, it will return 5572 rows. So here it is returning some number of rows. So that is, it is returning 5572 rows, and with this rows, it will created 11,444 columns. So here it is about the matrix which is created by count vectorizer. After that, we are observing amount of non-zero occurrences. How many non-zero values are there on the created? Okay, so we need to execute from the starting onwards. No problem. If you execute this thing, you will get and all the answers. So here somewhere I skipped to execute the specific portion. No problem. You can check this thing by executing each and every shell. So after this thing, you need to know the sparsity. So here that is not that much important. So here it is the important text. That is what is term frequency and inverse document frequency. So here term frequency as well as inverse document frequency. Term frequency is nothing but the documents how many times one specific word repeated in the specific document, how many times one specific word repeated. So for that purpose, we need to use term frequency attributes. Whereas inverse document frequency is nothing but in the different documents, specific word how many times of documents in the documents one specific word how many occurred. So the first need to use PDF. So here I kept formulas for those things also. Whereas to make you understand that thing, here I'm taking one simple example. Consider a document containing 100 words. Let's see one document containing 100 words when the word cat appears three times. In the specific document, the cat occurs, the word cat occurs three times. So here I want to find the time frequency for that specific word. So here in this document, we have 100 words. Out of 100 words, this cat occurs three. That means time frequency of that specific word is 0.03%. Let us assume we have 10 million documents. So now I want to find inverse document frequency. I want to find inverse document frequency. So for that purpose, let us assume in the same text, now we have 100 million documents. Out of 100 million documents, so in 1000, cat appears in 1000 of these then. So here this cat occurs 1,000 of these. So 1,000 times it will occur. Now we need to find universe document frequency. To find the universe document frequency, we need to have this formula. We need to apply this formula. That is log of number of documents by number of occurrence of the specific word. Number of documents by number of occurrences of the specific word. So here it is about the finding the IDF. Whereas if you want to find the weight of term frequency and IDF, we need to multiply both the things. We need to multiply both the things. So here I want to, so if you want to find same thing practically, so here it is a, so here if you want to find the term specific words, so here these are the term frequencies of the specific word. So for the message 4 only, he's calculated this entire thing. So after that I want to find the term frequency or vocabulary, sorry, term frequency for you as well as universe. So, and universe document frequency weights. So if you read the text, you will know what is it. So here if you multiply TF and IDF, that will return this value. If you multiply TF and IDF, that will return this value. It's about the thing. After that, so here it is entire processing only. It is not that much required to understand this thing only. We need this steps. So after that we need to train our model. So after applying model, I get to know that by applying multi-norm Navi-based model, I am getting best accuracy. So for this problem here, I am applying multinomial Navi-based algorithm. So here initially what we need to do, we need to apply multinomial Navi-based algorithm. So for that purpose, here I am creating object with the name spam detect model. Here we are creating object. In this single step, I am fitting the model itself. So here in this single step itself, I am fitting the model itself. So here message is that TF-IDF is nothing but we have term frequency and inverse document frequency weights with I'm keeping that thing as X. So based on this term frequency weights, we need to predict the output. So here initially we have training data. For the training data, we are specifying inputs as well as outputs. After that, I want to predict the outcome. So here I want to predict the outcome. So here I want to predict the outcome for message. Some message number I kept here. Spam detect model that predict. So with the row 0, I want to predict this thing. So here message is that label of 3. So here expected. Actually, it is the predicting for first 0th message, and it is about actual message. So here actually we are predicting like ham, expected as ham only. That is nothing but presented message is ham, and we are predicting like ham only. So I want to evaluate my model by taking the confusion matrix. So here I want to test for entire training set. So here it is giving all the outputs. After that, I want to see the confusion matrix. So here I want to see the confusion matrix. If you see the confusion matrix, so here it is giving 9%. So I did not fit our data set in the form of training and test set. Directly, I'm applying on the entire data. So on such cases, we got 98% accuracy. Whereas now I want to split our data set in the form of training and test set. After that, I want to apply this algorithm. After splitting our data set in the form of training and test set, after that, I want to apply this algorithm. So here I am splitting this data in the form of training, and here I want to consider messages in the form of on the x-axis, and I want to keep labels in y-axis, and I want to consider 20% of data to train the machine, and remaining 80% of data I want to consider for the testing. So here I am printing the length of message, training messages length. So here we have 4,457 messages to train the machine, and we have 1115 messages to test the machine, and total messages are 5572. So after that, so to perform all the steps directly, so here to perform all the steps directly from the sklearn, here I'm taking help of pipeline. So here I'm taking help of pipeline. So by taking, so it will work as an API. So API stands for application programming interface. So here it will work as an API. So whenever you use pipeline method, in this if you specify the parameters directly, it will go to the so whatever the algorithm name you specify here, so if you define same algorithm above, it will directly calculate all the parameters. So here I'm creating help up pipeline algorithm. So it will works as an Google API. So here, after that, what I'm doing, I want to fit our entire training data to this pipeline model. After fitting this data, I want to predict the outcome for test messages. After that, I want to observe the confusion matrix responding to all these data points. So here, confusion matrix on the test set, we are getting 97% accuracy. So here on the test set, if you want to test the result, it is giving 97% accuracy. After that, so if you want to learn briefly about this natural language processing, so here I kept a NLTK online book, and here I kept the different resources for the reading. Or but so to know about NLTK, better to go with this online book, or you can read regarding this NLTK in scikit-learn tutorials also. So thank you. With this, I am concluding for today. So I will forward you the one basic assignment. If you are able to do that assignment, we can do that assignment, but that is not a mandatory assignment. So if you are interested, I will give one more assignment finally. If you are not interested, I won't give any assignment now onwards. So I think I forget to forward the solutions for assignments. So after finishing this class, you will get all the solutions, all the assignment solutions. Thank you. With this, I am concluding for today.